Alright, and we are indeed going to do at least some hopefully fast driving. It's been a while since have actually played the game, and do think we had some kind of like, oh hello there Jax, do think we had some kind of Top Gear challenge that didn't go exactly mentionably well when we tried that last time, so let's at least do something around the open world with cars, which is fair enough in itself because the game has so much to more or less do. So do think that yay also do hair properly. So it's good to see you all again, and we are indeed again going for the approximately at least an hour, maybe 1.5 hours. We'll see how it goes, but we are certainly doing again streams this week. The weekend was kind of like let's do one, and then the rest of the weekend weather problems then was otherwise busy, so the usual. At least lately we have not dropped any frames, which is also unusual with the internet in this corner of the woods, which is usually like you drop frames and you drop a lot of frames. It's like really ferocious frame drop if nothing else. So do think we have done good posture check and even got the thing on very properly, so we should probably go for a drive. Yeah, Gran Turismo, do think from 3 onwards they were on the PS2. Did 5 even come for the PS2 or was it already PS3? Do think 3 and 4 were for the PS3 because 1 and 2 were for the original PSX. So let's then move towards the game here and see how that goes. Yep, 3 or do think 3 was at least on the PS2, do remember, because repaired the consoles, and it was like you would have one of the games, you had like the 3 prologue that had some kind of short drive, and that was one of the test discs that would have for the thing, so yep. And of course, great to see you here as always. So let's then, there we go, swap to the game, and of course look fabulous as far as the skunk goes. And I do not even know about Jax. Do know about Ridge Racer and Gran Turismo, but do not even know what Jax is, so actually have not most probably played that at all. Do know like Forza Motorsport series, then the like the overall Gran Turismo series. Ridge Racer was also big on PlayStation back in the day. Then you had like Toka touring cars and quite a few somewhat less well-known games. Alright, let's take see what missions we have available and what car we sell. No, do just know the brand overall, like that it was one of the famous brands for the machine in addition to like characters like Crash Bandicoot and including Ratchet and Clank, none of which have played other than I'm aware of that they were more or less 3D platform games, do think also that one, but not very aware of that other than yeah, the name is familiar. Let's see, what do we have for a drive? 1980 Abarth. Alright, this is actually, you can even buy cars here. We do actually like the Abarth. How much we do have? We do have money. Let's buy the Abarth. Feeling like doing. Where do we buy the thing? Special colors. Alright. Right, these are quite. That looks very good actually for the chassis. Do like the metal flake green. Yep, that's very 1919, early 1980s, and probably if like Amish tuning would have money, this would be the thing. It looks a lot like some Amish tuning car with the wide body kit on the very angular body. It is almost like yep. Let's see what we do have on the map. Like, yeah, we bought nice Fiat Abarth Rally. That's like really nice actually. Yeah, I have to say that 1980s cars, of course, big thing. Alright, it drives alright, it's not like due to network problems. Do think they have shut the servers down because do think they didn't even sell this game anymore. Can we somehow get rid of that announcement? Let's drive to the front of the pub or something and enter network diagnostics. Retry, let's try, but do think the servers do not actually exist anymore. Let's see. Alright, there's something there, let's see. Unsure if there is that much for this car, because it's a nice light. Street scene, Do wonder for which car this is like useful. A bit newer Abarth. You can buy the racing game for €7. Alright. Takes about 15 hours to finish. Do you think this game takes whatever, like million hours? It has huge amount of things in it. Alright, Batham Gate. Do wonder what car is needed here really. Do think will be interesting to go with the 1980 Abarth. Let's try. Do wonder what. Yeah, and we do have the Santa suit on. That is like style. So, how has your week started? Jax? My summer car, yeah, we are going to do it at some point for sure. You have lost several races in a row. Would you like to lower your driver tour difficulty to average? Average sounds good because we are driving in Fursuit very randomly, so yep. Alright, it looks like everyone has a faster car. We maybe also dropped the start a bit, but let's see. It looks like our car might be a bit ancient for this company. Let's see. 1980s are back, man. Yeah, most probably they have shut the servers down if we consider that I'm streaming, and it especially makes an effort to tell me. Alright, this is Whitetail happy. Great wreckage, don't you say? Ultimate clean racing. Alright. At least the Abarth is pretty nice actually. It does do the power slide if you push it. Let's see if we can force a pass. Yeah. Why was there a car stopped in the middle? Really? What? Like the game leaves something to be desired. How about we stop a car in the middle of the road for a race? Alright, now we are making hay with the Abarth. Alright, there are like problematic civilians apparently. Hey, I will park in the middle of the road. And you can't do anything about it. That sounds a lot like, is this the fursuiting guide for a book that says how to be cute and annoying? As it was said, so this is the fursuiting guide. Okay, alright. That didn't go very well. Yeah, how about a restart? Alright, back to school. Dig with the excavator. Sounds nice. So let's then see about restarting. That went very well until we decided to collect the tree, which is usual with like car race. How about you collect a tree? Yeah, busy week then. So, alright, we have done about. Let's then continue here. Alright, Restart event sounds like a good idea at this point. We are getting the warning all the time. They have apparently shut down the game server, so this isn't really going to be online game ever again as it mattered. It's more like let's try to get rid of the notification next. Yeah, the Abarth does pretty nice power slide. And of course it's very stylish because it's from 1980, so it's practically a brick with wide body kit, but I do like the angular design. It's a lot like brutalist buildings. The early 1980s design has a lot of specific style to it. Alright, at least we are gradually climbing positions again. Let's try to not collect the tree this time. Alright. Yeah, this is kind of like street race indeed with slow civilian cars. Alright, we are leading. Let's try to not collect any surprises, including other cars, trees. Let's try to not do any roadside landscaping. Nice close call. Alright. Certainly rather enjoying the 80s power with the Abarth. Do think this is like the Fiat Mirafiori with some Abarth like engine tweaks and the wide body kit. There we go. So the other cars were also pretty much fit for the period. Range Rover 73, let's see you race that. And Toyota MR2, which is probably the best of the bunch. Then we actually had very rare car comparatively, like for the Maserati A6 GS, which is practically 1950s, so that's quite Morgan three-wheeler. Very wide variety of cars. Certainly you have the Maserati, like smaller Maserati sports car, and then you have the Range Rover, and then you have also the Volkswagen Sirocco, the original Sirocco. Oh, hello there, Camu. Let's greet you properly. Hopefully your week has started well. Let's also, of course, do posture check here. There we go. And so, hopefully your week has started well. Well, the good skunk asks. Indeed. And shiny. Yep, normal week. Did hear that you had good visit with like Sanchi and Punch, so which is of course was great to hear also. So let's then see about some more racing. Alright, we are doing fine actually. Only 132 frames dropped. Was a bit worried, like did we run out of network? But no, we are actually quite fine still. Alright, let's then proceed for more racing. Very plushy visit. Yeah, never really learned the kind of zen of the plushy, because it's like if tend to be able to spend maybe 5 minutes with the plush and then can please do something that does something. It's like the plus is fun, but the plus is fun mostly like for a few moments usually. But indeed, yeah, we are wondering about, because apparently nobody knows the game, but Jax has played it like a lot. But yeah, of course not aware of by far all the kind of like franchise games. So alright, we did well. So continue. And we of course have the Santa suit on, because it's most stylish driving outfit you can have. Alright, that was pretty good price. Alright, promoted street scene. Running Man challenge, alright.
Oh man, I knew you'd be good at this, I just knew it. You're through to the next round. Can't wait to see what you're capable of.
Yeah, we also drove like 1980s, early 1980s Abarth, so. Stunt driver, yeah, we did a bit of this story, but it got quite hard further on. Alright. 257.5, the 1980s, the Abarth certainly isn't going to do that. Alright. Let's see about the stunt driver, so let's set route there and let's try to accept, because the servers exist no longer. Do not think the servers actually exist at all, because everything is failed. So do think that, let's press the solo button, because do think they have shut down the servers for the.
When it is safe to do so.
How does Camu like the very 1980s Abarth? Like Fiat Mirafiori Abarth rally version. Let's see what is the next stunt driver task. Because we did the first one where you had to do like a movie stunt with the Bugatti that looked like, as said, expensive drive. Why would you give the skunk a Bugatti? Indeed. Rally Abarth. Really fun certainly. And also did see the rally here a bit, but it's like one of the problems with that was that they closed the service park for Sunday and would have wanted to also visit there on Sunday, so it was kind of limited appeal in that respect, unfortunately, but indeed, so certainly has been good week and also in that respect. And do think usually the shiny skunk slash she wolf is quite popular, so rather happy to also be able to do. Yeah, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, as noted, that do know the Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, Sly Cooper, have seen a picture. It's like a burglar-ish criminal raccoon do think like, how about some burglary? So let's then, we have even dropped only what 3000 frames. The internet here is again atrocious as usual. So let's see, can we get rid of the, yes, we got rid of the error and we can continue with the stunt driver story. So let's try that next. The stunt driver. Next chapter. Let's see.
Look who it is. Ready to get back into the real excitement? I'll bet you are.
Yeah, the Abarth is really stylish.
We've closed some roads over the coast. You'll want to take your car there. Can't let you have the stunt vehicle yet. You'll understand when you see it.
Alright.
Off to meet the stunt unit on the South Moors. And don't make them wait too long, yeah? I don't like that.
Let's see if our car is even fast enough to make this. So, how much time we have? 6 minutes. Alright, let's see. And it's raining, so.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
6 minutes and 5.2 kilometers. We'll see.
400 meters, turn left.
How about, alright, how about almost impossible pass? Oh well, they didn't say that it has to be in perfect shape for the stunt.
Turn left.
Alright, tractor. Yeah, I do think the 6 minutes is quite doable. Mini,
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
The navigator is quite fun, probably like separate, like old school TomTom when we notice the vintage of the car, and it has a voice navigation, so it's most probably like separate like the TomTom and such navigation devices were once trendy. It made the kind of TomTom drumming sound when you booted it up. Alright, how about too much traffic? Yeah, 6 minutes is quite easy to make this, like, unless your car is really slow. Or you crash like immensely bad, like get stuck in the woods.
Here we are. I'll do the final briefing and then you're up.
Ah, alright. Oh,
Jet
Auto
short
Union.
this time. Just a beautiful high
Wow,
speed drive along
that's
the coast road.
expensive.
Apparently it's all the same movie. I wouldn't know. Haven't read.
Yeah, the Auto Union. Wow. Alright, let's delete that.
Here we go. Scene 29. Beauty Drive. Action.
Alright, wow. The Auto Union. Alright, we have 5.5 kilometers and we can't of course damage the thing too much. Unsurprisingly, because about 3 of these exist in the whole world.
That's a 90-year-old racing car. It's going to take some handling. Just don't hit anything, whatever you do.
Yeah, it has swing axles, so it's like... It's terrifyingly fast with the V16 motor. It has like rear-mounted V16 motor designed by Ferdinand Porsche in the 1930s, and it has swing axle suspension, so it's like... It drives like
Coming up on the coast road
interestingly.
now. Remember, we're going for elegant, smooth, fast. So put your foot down.
And yes, they actually power slided these in the day. Only 200 kilometers per hour. These did like at Avus and such something like 300 plus in the 1930s, so yeah.
All the way up to the lighthouse. Come on, straight line speed. Here we go.
If there would be less cars on the way, maybe straight line speed. Already doing 200.
That was beautiful. Yeah, the shot, I mean, the car and the setting and the whole effect. Your driving was half decent too.
Yep. That is ridiculously rare and expensive car, and we almost made it without breaking anything, so 2 stars, good enough. Not going to try 3 because it requires driving so fast that we would just not stay on the road with that car. It doesn't really turn much, it's like huge amount of understeer because the engine is in the back, so it's like you do not have much weight on the front wheels, so it understeers a lot. What? Lego race? Alright, you can also have Lego race. Stunt driver. Shall we do another chapter or do something else? Let's see. Let's see how we are doing time-wise. Alright, about halfway in, so let's then see about the next mission for the stunt driver. The auto union was certainly big ticket item.
Good to have you back. Now, this next stunt is going to require skill, delicacy, and inertia. I'll give you the stunt vehicle now so you can get the hang of it.
Alright, Lamborghini.
Just don't put too many scratches on it, yeah? We want it nice and shiny for the shoot when we get there.
Yeah. Very modern. Compared to the auto union. Yep, this thing goes.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Really slow corner.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Alright, and really tight corner.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
awesome near miss. So like you push 200.
Turn left.
Alright, how about no?
It's another jump. Still the same movie somehow. Apparently they tried to do this one with computers and it just looked rubbish. So you're gonna do it for real.
Alright.
400 meters. Turn left.
And tractor. Apparently CGI was not as good.
Turn left.
Right.
Alright, we didn't even break too much.
It's a tricky one. A jump across a river, loads of rocks.
Mostly good summer, I would say. Mostly been working because most of the vacation is around the convention season.
Forget
So
about the river. Forget
been
about
at
the rocks.
work and
Just
was
worry
for
about the
2
speed
weeks on
the
work travel in
So
Bonn
you need at least
also.
100 miles per hour to reach the far side. When car jumps go wrong, they hurt. Trust me. But we've stiffened the suspension and there's a solid 5 point in there. We've done all we can for you. Best of luck, kid. Let's do it. Scene 67. Waterfall jump. Action!
That sounds promising. Waterfall jump. So we have to probably push a fair amount of speed. Alright.
Fast and flat and level, kid. You can do
Yeah. Let's see if we can even accelerate enough from here. Will be interesting. Yes. And we have to go into the other direction, so. Alright. Alright.
And cut! You alright, kid? Of course you're alright. Why wouldn't you be alright?
138 meters.
About you for a second.
2 stars, sure. That was actually quite hard. That was fun though. And of course we have the best driving suit possible, namely the Santa suit. Wouldn't anyone drive like high-powered sports cars wearing a Santa suit? Wheel spin, and what do we win? Yellow sweater, common, no car.
Sharp in those. You can head home to change if you like, or just do it here at the festival site.
Yeah, how about you win? The yellow sweater, do prefer the Santa suit. Alright. Fortunately former fur farm, so it's now ethical. Sounds good. Not a current fur farm. Alright, let's then. Alright, we are about 1 hour in and we are doing, let's do the 1.5, so do think that's pretty nice. So let's do something else. We have done a couple of stunt drives, so beauty spot. Dirt racing series that we have already completed. Super 7. That we have completed. New street race, let's try that. Yeah, that's very true. Really warm to work in.
In 400 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
That was really sharp left, like, wow. Pretty steep hill. Like maximum engine load. Wow. Wow. Great near miss. Daredevil. Yay. That was a steep hill. Like the hill was so steep that the car can do only 130.
In 400 meters,
Simply no engine power for more than that.
turn right. In 400 meters, turn left.
Alright, how about a crash?
What up, guys? This is Scotty Tyler coming to you from Planet Base Arena. And we are sending out a shout out to underground legend.
Fortunately, this is somewhat arcade, so it's like, yeah, it looks poor. Ah, nice. Very nice. All of those are pretty good, would say.
Too many people will know about it. But don't sweat it, Jay. It's the perfect cover. Nobody around here listens to Scott Tyler. They're just here for the music. See? Check it out.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright. We could try also some other car. We do have the BMW and RX-8. Do think the Pagani might be a bit hard to. Let's try the RX-8. It's kind of a bit more angry overall. don't think have yet tried this very import tuning. Alright, someone is driving an old racing car. Like Maserati or something. And Porsche. Alright, this isn't really competing well with the Porsche. This in turn oversteers quite easily. Very balanced car. Täydellinen balance. It feels like oversteering, especially compared to the Auto Union, but would say it's very balanced in the end. Alright, let's see if we can catch up. Constant uphill and pretty much pushing hard, but not catching them at all. Alright, here we also have to slow down a bit, so checkpoint missed, alright, so it's actually not allowed to cut there. Do think A it's restart and alright, so we can't actually change car from here, so restart please. Change car mid-race, that would be interesting. Alright, fair enough. Let's see if we this time get better off. Awesome drafting. Yeah, if we could even pass them. Have to note that the car apparently is not quite fast enough, because we are pushing like 100% all of this section, and we are not really catching up to them almost at all. So it's like, how about you push clean whole section, and then it is almost impossible to catch up at all. So do think this car might not be quite fast enough for the whole thing. Alright. Alright, and they hit actually like the traffic sign, so fair enough. Or unfair enough. Let's see, now we are like fourth, so do think we can gain more positions as long as we make no mistakes. Which is more said than done, but talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. pick up a bit of the hedge. There we go. Alright, let's not miss the checkpoint. Alright, second. Fair enough. Can live with that. Yep. Mazda is in general quite well respected car, especially the RX-8. It's like a rotary engine sports car, and it's actually usually viewed as quite a strong machine. Do think they make all the fancy ones in any case in Japan, alright, and Mr. Winner with the Audi station wagon makes like pose, yeah, victory pose, and indeed finished second. That's fair enough, not going to try that again, long race and kind of balanced, but not quite sufficiently fast car. Alright, we are like a few hundred influence away from next part of the game, the winter, but I rather like the autumn. Let's change back to the Fiat Abarth. Waiting for car delivery. There we go. Do like the Abarth. So let's see. Alright. We still have about 25 minutes to go and not much else to observe right now, so let's keep going. So let's see what else we can find. Speed zone. And where would we? Alright, we can just drive through here. So let's like put a navigator there and then drive really fast. Let's see if we can actually do with the Abarth like any speed record. And go. And push. Alright, that kind of made the record worth retrying, so some nice drifting, but we need to most probably retry.
You have arrived at your destination.
It's new personal best, but if we wouldn't collect the tree it would be much better, so
for Horizon winter season. Conditions and competition will be fierce. Woolly seat covers and hot water bottles are optional.
There are many car brands except a few that should go to the recycling bin. And which one would be that? Would first of all like controversial success, and how about Tesla? Let's try the speed zone in the other direction. So remove the navigation and it's no longer shown on the map apparently. Alright, we can do the speed zone also in the other direction, so let's see. Fortunately the other cars are not actually obstacles here, so it's just like keep it on the tarmac.
You have arrived at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Let's try the other direction again, so speed records. There we go, burnout. Alright, and this direction again, let's see if we can improve on our record and not collect the tree, so yeah, I do think that was certainly new personal best.
We're shooting something down here at the festival right now.
So some lucky Horizon driver can be as famous as the Mike Steele?
Sure.
Engineers has probably not used the brain cells.
Come on, man. You have my
Alright, what brand then you do not like, Jack? Alright, let's see what else we find on the world map. 2 stars. Alright, it's pretty hard to do the 4 stars. Eliminator. Alright. Redeem exclusive cars. Sure, let's try to redeem exclusive cars.
There's this great story about a film being shot around here somewhere. Supposedly they just dumped the stunt car when they were done. Shall we go find it?
Alright, barn find rumor.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
There we go. Maximum turn radius. Alright, let's check the new barn find rumor. Alright. Somewhere around here. Let's check that after we have checked the exclusive cars, because it's on the other side of the festival site anyway, so.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Maximum near misses,
Turn
like.
left. sharp right. In 100 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Go backstage. Sure. With the Santa suit. Alright. Cheap. Would say even a bit like controversially. Any cheap almost. None of them are terribly well built like. Would even note. Failed to download latest shop items. Yeah. Do not think there anymore are any, so apparently it's like no exclusive cars because it would be DLC. So alright, we could also switch to the winter season. Let's try that. Can we also switch seasons in the other direction? And do we actually have on the world map the other things? Apparently not, because would like still to check out the find rumor, but it's again not showing anything else on the world map. Let's see if we drive elsewhere. Does it? Then.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
So if we leave the area, does it show also other things on the world map, or do we have to transition to winter? Alright, let's check now. Nope, it's not very willing to show any world map items, so we can as well then go to winter season. Yeah, the original military jeep was at least a good idea in some ways. Alright, winter.
Welcome to the winter season. I'm putting together our winter showcase. If you can think of a driver with a little bit of experience, a lot of influence, and a train to catch, be sure to let me know, yeah?
Alright, let's go and check out the barn find rumor. So drive somewhere here and let's see how the
when it is safe to do so.
wintry roads work for the Abarth. Do you think they have shut down the servers as we keep getting the network issue announcement? Oh well. Because this game was removed from sale already some time ago. Yeah, it's very winter now. How about the winter crash? Yeah, there is a lot of grip for winter. in reality you couldn't drive like this in the winter. Very creepy winter. But it looks nicely wintry.
In 400 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
Oh man, Horizon! I want you to picture your boy Scotty Tyler at the window of the base arena booth, with his gloves pinned to his jacket, holding his sled, and wearing a big sad frown, just like the one he wore in 3rd grade when it snowed and he couldn't go outside because he had the flu. That's me right now, stuck in here while you're out there playing. Well, I guess it's not all bad. Not with beats like this. Check it out.
Alright, water. Let's see if we find the barn find. Yeah, Suzuki Samurai. That's pretty famous for that it's designed to be tough. It's quite famous car for that. Speed zone, sir. Very small road for speed zone. Like how about you drive on the Pottupelto and speed.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, and where would the barn find be?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Let's first of all get rid of the navigation as we already reached our destination, so let's put small.
Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Let's drive around and see if we can find the barn find. There's at least some barn. Let's check that out. So, mini off-road. Currently this is not the barn find barn because it does nothing.
Keeping your engines revving all day, every day.
Super off-road.
Oh yes, bass arena, banging the drum and pumping the bass right across the UK. Hey, here's one for you British people, okay? It sounds like our latest abandoned car rumor is a real British classic. I mean, like, now, I don't want to give any surprises away, so I'll just say that you're probably looking for a very small barn, right? Like a mini one, like a mini barn. This is Scott Tyler. My work here is done.
Alright, very off-road geometry. Awesome wreckage, don't you say? There's another speed zone here, so quite tight corner here, so go through the heads also. That's probably not going to increase the speed because the hill is so hard to climb. Alright, how are we doing time wise? Alright, about 1.5 hours, so let's drive around a bit more and see if we can find the barn find. Have we driven all the roads on the thing? Quite close to actually. We haven't driven that bit, so let's put target there and turn around.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Yeah, that's true in a sense.
You have arrived at your destination. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn sharp right.
This road we haven't yet done, but
Turn sharp right. You have arrived at your destination.
there's also some building down there, so let's check that out. Alright, most probably not. Hello, have you got any cars hidden? Currently not, so there we go. Get rid of the gate and
I'll tell him. All right. Yo, so this is your boy Scott, and I just got a
that's
visit
like
from
a
one of
boat
the
house.
professors, and her official opinion of the weather conditions out there right now is, yep, sure is a lot of snow. Can't argue with an expert opinion, folks. You have fun drifting through the drifts, and I will continue to lift you through the rifts right here on Base Arena.
And there's another house here. There's a horse cart, but do not think that is what we are looking for. Yep, not enough characters in the vanity plate, unfortunately. Because it's like the UK length. Alright, do think we have checked out enough for today, because apparently the barn find isn't really willing to be barn found, so let's start finishing up here, do think, because it starts to be midnight, so do think it's good time to wrap up soon here. So let's get ready to finish here and see who we will raid, and otherwise give you all a good night. Alright, we dropped only about 3000 frames, so it's kind of alright. Indeed, do think we'll wish all. Oh, thank you for joining, and hopefully you can join also later this week. So let's get ready to wish all a good night here. So it will be very nice to do also more streams later in the week. So let's see who we will raid next, but first, of course, shall wish you good night on the main screen. So there we go, and indeed good night to all of you, and proper posture check, and then good night, and we'll see later this week. Let's see who we shall raid, so we can close the game here, wherever that exit to desktop, yes, and then who shall we raid? Let's see who's doing what. Sarge is doing web fishing. Whatever that is, let's see. Alright, that looks very convincing. Let's rate them. It's been a while since we have seen anything from Sarge, so let's rate them. Sarge 96, there we go. 86, alright. $96, and yep. Thank you all for joining, and good night.